Now we're going to jump into the nightcap. So the nightcap is opposite the pregame. It's something that is done after. So think about being intimate, and then after you're intimate, you go off. Let's just say it's at night. You sneak off while your partner, significant other is asleep, and you go consume porn. Or it could be, hey, I had a great time fishing with my friends. Now I'm in my room by myself in this Airbnb. Now I'm going to look at porn. Uh, and again, it's an inward act. It's you're acting in. It's a selfish act. It's an isolating act. I think ultimately it pulls you away because let's just say I was fishing with my friends. We fished Saturday and Sunday. Like, what if I got in from the flight? We're all hanging out, and the only thing I'm thinking about is I can't wait to get away by myself so I can look at porn. Am I being really present with them, or is it kind of just like they're a nuisance to me? Like I just can't wait till I'm done with these people so I can go stroke it to some hot babe on porn. Uh, when those words come out of my mouth, it just sounds very selfish and sad because really, I think moments spent with other people where you're interacting with each other in a genuine way, I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think when we go off and we look at porn by ourselves, it's an isolating thing. It's a sad thing. It's a destructive cycle. So the nightcap's really afterwards. So we'll go ahead and read that. All right. The nightcap. An intimate feast with your beautiful date, the flavor of each other's passion salivating the senses. The essence of the lovers entices the mind and the body into a firm embrace. Like a fine steak after it is finished, the couple is full and satiated, or at least one is. After she falls asleep, her partner slowly slips out of bed, not to wake her. While the steak tasted great, his mind is already locked into his next meal. Something tasty, something easy, something intoxicating, something he knows he shouldn't have but desires nonetheless. A bag of chips hidden in the dark corner of the pantry, his secret spot. A decadent delight. The first salty crisp pulls him into a dopamine daze. One chip leads to two, two to three, three to many. Never quite full, always looking for one more chip until the bag is empty. What he thought would provide satisfaction only made him feel aches and bloat. Shame slices at his heart as he knows that the experience with his woman was more than enough and should have been his last taste of flavor for the night. But the deed has been done, the pull of the potato chip too strong for his will. This is the last time, he solemnly swears. But he knows it is an empty promise. Like his deed, the empty bag is buried in a tomb of secrecy. As he gets into bed, feeling the regret of the meal, the only solace the man feels is that the chips are gone and that he can start fresh tomorrow without the pain of the truth to affect his partner's experience. After racing thoughts, the man succumbs to sleep. He wakes to an empty bed. Feeling the weight of last night's snack, he slowly lumbers to the door and opens it, seeing his woman. Her face is distraught and is swollen with tears, holding the empty bag of chips. You had crumbs on your shirt again. So obviously I'm using a metaphor, an analogy. I always kind of get them too mixed up. I need to brush up on my English. But anyways, I'm using a comparison here, obviously, to eating junk food in the middle of the night after having a nice meal, and how, yeah, that it's like, did it really need to happen? Did you really need that bag of chips? Did you really need to sneak off? If you're sneaking off to do something, that should tell you right there that it's not healthy. It's not a good thing. I think in our culture, I think almost we've glorified being secretive and getting our guilty pleasures. But I think in all reality, it's very destructive and it's very harming. And like the pregame, I think this one's just as bad. It's like we've experienced this great moment with another person, this intimacy, right, with our significant other, or just something that is a really amazing moment, something that should be cherished. And then we go ahead and we, instead of just riding on that good momentum and savoring it and being content, we need to feed that hunger that is really never satisfied, really, when you think about it. Like, I never really truly felt satisfied with porn. It's always has to be another time, always has to be something else, maybe something more provocative. And it's like a bag of chips when you think about it. Like, I can't personally, when I start a bag of chips, it's really hard for me to finish. I just don't have that self-control. Like, if I start with one chip, it's going to be, before I know it, I'm just like, I need to finish the bag. Like, I need to keep going because I'm not full and it tastes so good. I know it's bad for me, but I just can't stop. That's how I feel with potato chips. Guilty as charged. But I think the same thing is like with porn, is we just keep going, 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 and then eventually those crumbs, right? The the breadcrumbs or the potato chip crumbs, right? It's going to be visible for whoever we're with. They're going to eventually find out through that by following the breadcrumbs. And they're going to say, there's crumbs on your shirt again. And it's going to be heartbreaking for them because it's not like this is the first time. This is like the 100th time, or however much, however many times you do it, we just keep doing it. And we say we're going to stop, but we keep going. And I think that's why the nightcap can be really painful for us, because it's just this, it's like we want to put a cherry on top of whatever it was, but it's not really a cherry. It's just something rotten, something stale, something that in our mind we remember it as something that is very tasty and very sweet. But in all reality, it might look that way on the surface, but once we eat that cherry on top, maybe it tastes good initially for the first second, but then once you swallow it, you immediately regret it. And it's going to come back to bite us at some point because the truth always comes out. So those are the first two articles, the pregame, the nightcap. Definitely topics I'll probably talk about again because I do think that they provoke a different way to think about things. And that's really a big part of why I do this podcast and why I write, is I just hope that coming at our relationship with porn from a different angle, through a short story, through a poem, through a newsletter, through different ways, means it can help unlock a different way of thinking for you, that you can come away from this thinking about porn in a different way. Because I know for me in my life, it took me it took me until close to 30 to really think about porn any differently. I just always had this preconceived acceptance, I suppose, of it, that, hey, this isn't good for me, but I can't really quit it. It's impossible. And I didn't really change my mind until I heard someone else talk about it in a different way. So hopefully this helps you.